Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the session on basic concepts and Quranic keywords by worldwide Quran thinkers. Now let's discuss Emaan on Malaik. As per the general misconceptions, Malaik are some supernatural creation of Allah, angels with wings. Emaan on Malaik basically means to simply have faith and believe that they exist. And that's it. You're not required to do anything at all. This is really, really strange. This is one of the basic 5 fundamentals of Iman. And as per our general misconceptions, you're not required to do anything. This is not as per Quran, because we know Iman basically means to seek knowledge, being at Aman, upholders of Meesaq, using your faculties, intellect and reasoning to be at utter and deep conviction, a state of being at Aman. So how can we Amanu with the Malaik if they are some supernatural creations, some angels with wings? With this concept of Malaik as some supernatural creation, some angels with wings, how can you Amanu? How can you seek knowledge? How can you use your intellectual faculties? The concept of Malaik shares the same meanings and characteristics as the word Mulk or Malik, which basically means sovereignty, powers, authorities, forces, or ownership. So the word Malik means somebody who has the power, the ownership, the authority, the sovereignty. Malaik are thus the owners, the powers, the processors, the processes, and the possessors and the communicators of powers, forces of nature on the basis of which Allah has created and kept running the whole universe. These are not creations. As per Quran, Allah does not talk about their birth or death in the Quran at all. These are not creations of Allah. So Malaik are the owners, the possessors, the powers of the force and the forces of nature. So Malaik are not creations of Allah. Nowhere in Quran does Allah talk about the birth or the death of these Malaik. These are in fact like powers of Allah, like part of Allah. The second thing that we need to keep in mind that after Allah, the Malaik has done sajda to Adam, which means to us as mankind on the basis of being taught ism, the deep and thorough knowledge by Allah in order for us to be Khalifa on earth. So if we look at this particular concept, especially if we read the ayahs of Surah Baqarah from ayah number 30 to 34, we realize that we have been given this duty of being Khalifa on earth, and Malaik have been asked to do sajda to us in order for us to carry out these duties. So if we look at these ayat, this ayat basically describes the characteristics of a Malaik. And to Allah, everything does sajda, whatever is in the skies and whatever is on the earth of the batan, creation of Allah, which does not include the Malaik. Malaik are mentioned separately, and the Malaik. And they are not proud and arrogant. They are focused, concerned about their Rabb, who has fawqiyat over them, who is above them. And they do whatever they are asked of, whatever they are done, they are amar of. So here Allah says that Allah chooses from the Malaik Rasulan and from the humankind or the people. So if you look at Malaik, the concept of Malaik as per Quran are those forces of nature that carry out all the tasks of the universe, including communicating and as the Rasul or as messengers of Allah, in order to keep the universe in order and in balance. And they have been asked and with specific roles and duties assigned to them by Allah as done amr by Allah. So some examples of Allah's Malaik: Malaik of birth and death, Malaik of revelations of Allah's Kitab, Malaik of gravity, thermodynamics, air pressure, electromagnetic waves, etc. So when we say that Malaik have done sajda to humankind, what does that mean? It is based on our seeking of knowledge. So on the basis of knowledge, we have learned to fly. the plane, the airplane, for instance. So how has Malaik done sajda to humankind with the example of the plane? So when we are flying in terms of the plane, we have sought knowledge of the iron. We have gone against and are able to gone against the forces of gravity. Similarly, the forces of thermodynamic and air pressure. We have managed to fly by using all these malaik, the natural forces and the processes of Allah. So if we look at the basic concept of Emaan, which is built on seeking of knowledge in order to be at a state of Aman, when we say Amanu with Allah's Malaik, it basically means is based on the concept of the Malaik who have done sajda to humankind only on the basis of knowledge and to carry out our duties as Khalifa on earth. As Khalifa, we need to honor and fulfill our responsibility to look after other life forms. Khalifa means caretakers. Khalifa means those that who are responsible to take care of the earth and every living and non-living things on the earth, to look after and protect earth and all of its inhabitants, and to protect the environment of earth in order to sustain healthy lives on earth. And the tools that Allah has given to us to carry out these responsibility as Khalifa on earth is in the form of Malaik doing sajda to us on the basis of us given knowledge. So the basic concept is seeking knowledge of the Malaik of Allah, the powers, the processes, the forces of nature, and then once we have sought knowledge of them, then and only then we can have them do sajda to us. We can use them in order to carry out our duties as Khalifa on earth and to benefit everyone. Now we are going to a question answer session. If because of any reason you're not able to ask us question during this session, you can also email us at info.gmail.com with your questions, and you can also contact us with quran-thinkers.com/contact to reach us directly. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.